now that I'm done being as goofy as I could possibly be and try not to take it seriously because I'm actually insecure about whether or not this even went well. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know this is a little different than what you normally see on my channel, but I decided today that I wanted to do a get ready with me. This is actually, I guess I'm going to kind of categorize this as a mommy video because this is the first time I've gone out since I've had my baby Holden, and she's 5 months old last weekend, and I know it sounds like a really long time. That's because it is. And yes, I've gone out to dinner with like my family and things like that, and I've had my friend from work come over a couple of times. The difference is this is actually me without Holden going out with another 23-year-old to go to a wine tasting. So super adulting right now. I'm going to be kind of talking about some recent experiences through this, and I'll tell you what products I'm using, and then I may fast forward through some parts because I might not have anything to say. Who knows? I haven't done a get ready with me and I'm kind of winging it. So, first thing I want to do, well, first things first, I've already used a toner on my face. That is the lemon juice toner, and I use that just with normal cotton balls, or a normal cotton ball over my face after I washed it with that cleanser that matches that in the shower. And then I also use this Cetaphil daily face moisturizer as well once that toner dried down. But that's already what's on my face. Anyways, today I'm actually going out with my friend from work, which is kind of a big deal to me because I really only have a few friends. Granted, when I say only, I don't mean like, oh, they're just my friends. No, like I actually, they're really good friends, but I'm not used to having like only 3 or 4 friends. Let's do that up just a little bit. Only 3 or 4 friends. And most of them are out of state, honestly, until I started working here in Illinois, and now I have those friends as well. Anyways, we are going out to wine tasting. I also haven't like drank in over a year now, and that is a super big deal because I am definitely one of those people that had a drinking situation when I was in like college and I almost said high school. No, not in high school. In college and in the years following college. That's a whole nother long story that I'll have to do a story time on, is that whole experience. But anyways, all that being said and done, I'm not worried about going back to that phase of my life, but I'm excited to get back to something that I'm familiar with. So that'll be fun. In case you're wondering, I do drink red wine. That is the drink or wine of choice. So I actually haven't it's a place in Naperville I haven't been to before, so I'm honestly not really sure how any of that works. I've actually never been to a wine tasting before because last time that me and my family went to French Lick, I was just a wee child. And it's French Lick, Indiana, by the way. They have like a lot of vineyards and stuff like that. It's really fun. They have family stuff, but I wasn't old enough to drink yet, so I was not able to do that then. But I probably really should have planned this out a little bit better, but that's fine. So I'm using just a regular beauty blender, and it's kind of angled, if you can see that, and I probably need to clean it, but don't nobody got time for that. Probably should clean these makeup brushes over here too. I got the James Charles set. Still haven't cleaned those either. So it's fine. I ain't kissing nobody. Ain't nobody gotta be worried about my face. If you're that close, or whether or not my stuff is clean is a problem for you, you need to back the hell up. So then I'm gonna be using this Fenty Beauty. Just kidding. I'm gonna be using this Fenty Beauty because I am pasted white right now. This is for the summertime when I get to see daylight again. Haven't seen daylight in like 3 years. And by daylight, I just mean I haven't been outside long enough to really tan. And this is number 180 Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. In case anybody wanted to know about, ooh, hello, focus. Okay, whatever, I just told you. Excuse me. And then I actually use the back of my hand. A lot of people put it directly on the Beauty Blender, but I don't know, that doesn't work for me. I'm just gonna use a couple of pumps. I really wish I was like more exciting sometimes, because I was like, oh, I'll just get on here and I just talk and things will flow, and then I realize I don't do anything for me to really talk about, which I guess is a topic in itself. So I am living in a new state, away from any of my friends aside the friends that I just recently made. I go to work, I come home, I give my daughter baby food, I give her a bath, I nurse her, and she goes to bed. And then I either try to clean up as much as I can, and I like film or edit or try to post or get some stuff scheduled out with my YouTube channel, which YouTube has like been a lifesaver in the sense of feeling like I belong to some type of community and I don't just sit at home by myself. I may not talk to people a lot in person, but it's interesting to see what other people are doing, what other moms are doing in their perspective. I don't really have time to go to like a group setting where you like, oh, this is what's going on in my life right now, and that's cool, that super relates to me, and all that other stuff. So it would be super depressing for me to kind of sit in the house and just not have any type of perspective on anyone that's like my age. Honestly, most of the videos I've watched though aren't even my age. They're like 30 plus, oh, I'm married, oh, I already had a child, it's my first child, but I'm an adult. I'm not 22. I mean, there is one channel that I would really like to watch that I feel like I relate to the most, and that is Zaya's mom, Raven Elise. That's my mom. She's been super helpful in watching Holden. She's the reason I'm even able to go anywhere or do anything, to be really honest. What was I talking about? Anyways, yeah, so Raven Elise, and I will link her channel down below for anybody else that may be in a similar situation. She's the one that I really started, they got me into watching YouTube in the first place, and then once I dove into that rabbit hole, then I found Elaine Michelle first, or E-Michelle on YouTube. It's Elaine Michelle Studio on Etsy, and then by watching her, they have the budget misses, which basically led me to shave budgets, and then we went down the planning rabbit hole, and now I like spend a bunch of money on stickers, which sounds super ridiculous, but it keeps me sane, and it makes planning my life a lot more fun than staring at a piece of paper with a bunch of shit that I have to do, because that's not anxiety at all on a page. So it just makes it fun. And then after I did that for a while, I kind of always want to start a YouTube channel, but doesn't everybody? But this is the first time I actually felt like I had something to talk about, or even relevant to the rest of the world, and that would give me consistent content and stuff like that, like the budgeting videos, which is why I started that. So anyway, basically once I do my foundation, then I'm going to go in with this Baked Radiance Cream Concealer from Laura. How do you say this? Laura?
Lorac. L-O-R-A-C?
No, L-A-U-R-A. The concealer you gave me.
Laura. Oh, Laura Geller.
Laura Geller, thank you. Which is lighter, so I'm going to try that today.
Cameo.
Wait, isn't that it already? All the way?
I don't want to be
Hello. She loves the mirror and anything that involves attention, which includes a camera. That's my child. For real, for real. I'm going to put this on. I don't know how I feel about this one. Maybe I'll use a brush and then blend with, and then I'm gonna blend with the beauty blender. That's what it's called. Because I think, because it's a little pot. It's not like a liquid. So I love trying new things when I'm going out. Hope it works out. Oh yeah, that's much lighter than what I was using with the Tarte Shape Tape. I love Tarte Shape Tape. Good gravy. Don't get me wrong, and I still may go back and use it or something, but the one I got is just too light. The last two too dark. Last two concealers I got are just too dark because in my head I'm like, yeah, I'm chocolate this year. 100%. I'm not super fair, disappearing, transparent like I really am. But I think it's just because I remember myself in like high school and middle school when I was just outside all the time and I got super tan. Like, I don't burn ever. I think I burned once and I was like in Florida. I was in Florida and I was like, oh, I don't burn. And then I burned, like, burnt the shit on myself out there on the beach, falling asleep. Which, if you've ever gone to the beach, don't do that. Don't fall asleep. Just word to the wise. You really shouldn't do that because, especially if I'm like a level 4 or whatever the tanning thing is, like, I don't burn. And if that got me, then I don't know what to tell you. Make better choices. Because make better choices for me, actually, is what you should do. Anyway, so this is already way lighter. Oh, hello. This is already way lighter than what I thought. Let me try to close this door and see. Because, like, maybe it's because it's backlit. I feel like it's so dark in here. Anyways, I guess we'll figure it out later. Now I'm going to go in back with the Beauty Blender. By the way, I used Morphe M224 for this one. And this came in the, basically every brush I'm going to use, I'll tell you otherwise, is from the James Charles X Morphe brush set. It came with like a whole bunch of, it was like $140, and it came with a whole bunch of different brushes and multiples and stuff. And I'm not the type of person that likes to purchase like individual brushes a whole lot because they're super expensive that way, for one. Second of all, I never feel like am I going to spend $30 on one brush? I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I still have to buy a whole bunch of other brushes in my set, and if I'm going to be that particular about one brush, I feel like I need to be that particular about the rest of them. Well, with his set, I wish I could remember exactly how many it comes with, and honestly, I'm too lazy and I don't have time. I'm spending forever on this foundation. I have to leave in like 20 minutes. Great. Oh my gosh, this is so much better already. Because before, like, I wish I had a picture to show you, but it was just orange and dark. And honestly, I'm probably just being dramatic. Go figure, right? But, anywho, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Fun times. Let me know down in the comments if you're even following this Get Ready With Me, or if I'm just way too scatterbrained and should never do this again. Trust me, my feelings will not be hurt. I not only did not prepare for this, I didn't prepare for this. And now I'm going in with the MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime. A lot of beauty gurus use this to like wet their brushes and stuff like that, and they go in like a million times with this stuff for everything. So I just got, this is a sampler size. I don't use it that much. I don't think it's that deep, but I do like to use this set in my face. It's a recent addition. So literally, I haven't done my makeup in so long that like I haven't had time to do my makeup in so long that I don't even remember my routine. That moms will understand. This is hard. We are 15 minutes into this video and I have finished my foundation. No powder, no bake. I haven't even shown you the eyeshadow palette yet. Here we are. I'm not gonna waste any more time though. Anyways, kind of going back to what I was talking about earlier about not really having that many friends. I hate that I keep repeating it like that. Like it's super bad and super depressing. Like I just keep getting lost, so I'm coming back to it. But I feel like that's something to not be afraid of when you are a new mom, because, well, for several reasons, but the main one is because I personally believe that the people that are supposed to be in your life will be in your life, and you don't want to force it. And I feel like I'd rather have the genuine quality friends that I have now than have a whole bunch of friends and have them be bringing drama into my life, because I've never been one for like, oh, let me put some drama in there because that's exciting. Like, life is exciting enough. It's boring, but it's exciting enough for me because I can't handle, like, that's just too much on my schedule, to be honest. I don't got the time for that. I think that's in a song somewhere or something, but good Lord. I just don't. I don't have time. So something I realized that I'm not gonna continue to ask the universe to put people in my life when I don't know if that's meant for my journey. And that's okay to not keep asking for stuff, because like they said, be careful what you wish for. And the people that are supposed to be in my life will be there when they're supposed to be there, and things I'm supposed to experience, I'll experience when I need to. And right now, honestly, my life may just be liking those extra individuals because I don't need distractions. Because to be honest, if I had friends like I had when I used to live by myself and I was being wild and crazy and working at places I shouldn't have been working and all that fun stuff, I had so many distractions, and if I had really focused on myself and buckled down on myself instead of worrying about helping everyone else before I help myself, then I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in now. And when I say that, like, I think some people get offended because they think that, oh, you have a daughter and blah, 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 you wouldn't want her. And I'm like, that's not what I said. The situation in general, as far as like not being financially stable to support myself. Am I more financially literate? Absolutely. Do I budget my money and plan my life? Absolutely. But I don't consider myself to be financially stable unless I can support myself and my daughter with no one else's help. Do I have to do everything in life without help? No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want to be able to. Like, worst comes to worst, shit hits the fan. I need to be able to take care of her because she cannot care for herself. And I'm not going to get all emotional about it, but it's one of the things that I really broke down about when I was pregnant, was like, because I'm a very independent person. Basically, a quick rundown is that I moved around like 5 times in 1 year. In like 2017, 2018, I moved home and I started working somewhere I shouldn't have been working. And then I worked somewhere else, and I worked somewhere else, but I was living in my grandmother's house, paying the mortgage, and living with like this grown man that I used to work with, and this girl who I also used to work with, because I was like, oh, you need somewhere to stay, I'll help you out, and it helps you out with the rent, blah, blah, blah. Well, just because you know each other and it was convenient, convenience is not equal the best way to do something or the best time to do something. I can tell you that right now. And it's really unfortunate the way I found it out, but anyways, I was doing all this crazy stuff, but had I not been doing all that extra stuff and living life like I was living it, then whenever Holden came along, because a child will be in your life regardless. If they're supposed to be in your life, a child will be in your life regardless of how you're living. But I feel like how you're living will determine the process that you go through and what you have to undertake to be successful in parenting that child. And all I'm saying is I could have set myself up for more success. I could have set my daughter up for more success if I wasn't so selfish early on. And every once in a while I have to like check myself and be like, you're 22 and a half, like calm down, you sound like you're 30, your life is not wasting away, and this is what I've been told. But I'm also one of those people that like, yes, I'm planning, yes, it makes me feel better, but I also can get really obsessive about it. And when nothing is good when you obsess over it. No matter what, if you obsess over your health, if you obsess over your finances, your education, your family time, too much of any good thing can be a bad thing if you do not balance your life. And I'm not saying this because I figured it out. I have found out everything that I need to know, and I just know everything now. That's not what I'm saying. I just feel like balance is really the key to everything, and I cannot wait till I figure that out or continue to figure it out, because I just am waiting on that day. Because right now it's like there is home life, there's Holden, I work in a daycare, so I am parenting all day long for people that don't want to parent their own kids. I'm not saying that that is the case for everyone whose kids is in daycare. I don't want that to be misconstrued. But I'm just saying that I'm exhausted at the end of that day, because it's not just physically taxing, like picking up a bunch of toys, because I work in a 2-year-old room. So it's like picking up a bunch of toys, bending my back all day long, and then I get home and my daughter is the most beautiful 99th percentile height and weight child you will ever meet. And it like hurts my back to pick her up, and then I'm nursing, so I'm like this all day or all night after being like that all day. And then I get frustrated really easily when I get home, and that's not her fault. That's one of the things that I 100% disagree with, is taking frustrations out that have nothing to do with your children and taking it out on them. That's something that I don't condone for myself. I really don't mentally condone it for other people, and that's just not the person I want to be. Which is why recently I actually started, because I'm actually on medication for postpartum depression, and he said, my doctor said that I should also try therapy. I could do just therapy and that'll help. I could do just medicine and that'll help. Or I could do both and they will give me the best results. So after I've been on the medicine for a while and I feel more leveled out, which I'm really blessed that it's just a low dose, and we're going to try to wean me off of it in a few months. But all that aside, I'm looking for, by the way, I got distracted again. I just used the Browfection Brow Powder Duo from, it's in tawny or ebony, which is dark, and it's all reflective there. But this is what it looks like on the inside. I actually got it from European Wax Center because I sold myself. Honestly, I was just sitting there, and this is back when I've had this literally forever. This will last you, like, it doesn't even look used. I've had this for over 1.5 years. Not even kidding. So, I wonder how long this is good for. Sidetrack. Anyways, that is what I use. I also use the same spoolie and brush from him as well. It's called Brow Pals Dual-Ended Brow Brush, and that's also from the same place. Anyways, did that. I went to my first therapy session last Wednesday, and I honestly was super triggered through the whole thing, because, anytime you start, like, even when you have a new friend, you have to, like, go into detail about all the stuff and all the things, and you're like, I've done a lot of good work suppressing this into my memory, or repressing it from my memory, and thanks so much for just revisiting all of that. Now I'm going to use the Flower setting powder to bake my face. That Rihanna's like Fenty stuff is like super super drying, so I don't need a lot of this, but this concealer is very creamy. And this is very like extremely fine powder. So I'm gonna put this on that and just kind of use it as I need. And instead of using this side, I'm gonna use this part right here so that I can get it like in and under my eyes. But yeah, so I went to that. I was triggered a little bit, which I feel like that's healthy. I feel like she needs to see my real reactions to things and kind of help me out. And honestly, my goal isn't even to be like, oh, I can control my emotions now and not be batshit crazy over one detail at the end of my day when I've had a beautiful day all day long. More so, I got a lot of negative, I feel like, behaviors or like attitudes toward life from my dad, who just, bless him, he is set in his ways, and I feel so sad for him because he just is very negative in general, and he holds a lot of like anger and sadness in his heart, and I don't wish that on anybody. But because I am his daughter, and through experiences and genetics, sometimes I can be that cynical, negative person, and other people might not even notice it, but I feel it. And because I know that that he transferred that from him to me, I don't want to give that to my daughter. And it has really affected me, like, mentally. Like, I used to have mental breakdowns every once in a while when I was younger, just from so much pressure I put on myself and expectations that I put on the rest of the world. And then when they didn't get met, it affected me. So I want her to live a better life than that. And because of that, I'm going to be different in the sense that I'm going to do something about it. You can't have problems or issues or whatever it is that you're not happy with and hold that in your heart without doing anything about it, or else I feel like you're not allowed to complain. Sorry about it. That's just my opinion. And instead of being a hypocrite, I'm going to step up, do something about it, and then hopefully teach her how to, like, it's okay to not be okay, but it is not okay to not stay, or it's not okay to stay not okay. Could I have made that more complicated at all? Do you think? Just a little bit? No? Basically, I want her to be able to rebound. I want her to be able to bounce back. I want her to be able to process her feelings in a healthy way and move forward, because I spent a lot of time in my life not handling things in an okay way. And it would just break my heart to see that in her, because I know what that feels like. Anyways, stepping off of my soapbox. Definitely, I feel like it's just something that you should never be ashamed of, wanting to make yourself better. Let's see what time it is. Late. Something that you should just be okay with. You should be okay with wanting to make yourself into a better person, not for anybody else. Do it for yourself, because everybody's on a journey. Here's my life philosophy from a 22-year-old. Take it with a grain of salt. Do what you want. I learned it from my mom and through my own life experiences, that everybody's on a journey, and it is not our job to know our journey's outcome or anybody else's journey's outcome. It's only our job to know that everybody is on that journey, and that everybody is where they're supposed to be in that exact moment, and everybody is doing the best that they can in that moment. And knowing that, you have to show grace to yourself and everybody else, and just expect that it is going to turn out okay. And regardless of whether or not you believe in the universe or God or your deity or deities, whatever that is, you're still on a journey. That's just a universal concept. And whatever energy you put into that journey, into the universe, is the energy that you're going to get out. And energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred. And whatever you put in is eventually going to turn right back around and come back. You may not know when it is. Might be 5 minutes from now, immediately, 10 minutes from now, 10 years from now, but it's gonna come back. And with us in that same spirit, you don't have to get somebody else back. You don't have to harbor resentment for people or things that they're doing just because they hurt you. All you're doing is punishing yourself. So either nut up and do something about it, or just be so sad. So sad. Like we tell the kids in my 2-year-old room. And sometimes I want to say that to 40-year-olds. But, you know, that's life. I just used to contour, it's Max Studio Face Trio. And it is, I don't know, I probably got it from like Target or Walmart somewhere. Again, I've had this for like a year and a half. And I'll have to get rid of it soon because it's only good for 2 years. But, I don't know, I like it. It works. And now I'm going to highlight. I'm saving my eyeshadow for last because it won't take me very long. And I want the rest of my face to be done. So once I'm done being frustrated by it not coming out exactly how I want it to, I'll just be finished. And I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow gel. And it is worn down just because I've used it so much. But basically it's just a spoolie and it's clear. It's not tinted or anything like that. And with all that being said, I'm going to film the rest of this and then fast forward through it because I have got to go. My mom gave the approval. So we're wearing her. So yellow is the color for summer. I don't know if that's what the beauty people have said. That is what I'm saying for me, which I don't know how or why, because yellow, hello. Anyways, now that I'm done being as goofy as I could possibly be and try not to take it seriously, because I'm actually insecure about whether or not this even went well. So sound off in the comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I will also insert at the end of this a full lookbook. I don't know, it's one outfit, so a full head to toe video of my outfit. And honestly, this is just, I didn't do anything special to my hair. This is just the texture that it is. That's a natural birthmark right there. Hey, light. And honestly, I just washed it and combed it out and let it air dry. If you want, I can do a video of what I do to my hair. I don't know. We could add another section to this. I could just make it a whole lifestyle channel. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I know this is a little bit different content than what I have posted before, but if you like it, oh, I almost forgot. Can't just leave out my prescriptions. Can't see anything. Okay, now that I can see, hi, how are you? I'm pretty sure it's trademarked by Jeffree Star. Anyway, I mean, I should know. I have his whole shameless plug for a brand that's not mine. Anyways, I just said I was done being goofy, and I'm not. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up so that I and YouTube knows that you love my content, and comment down below if you like something like this, if you want to see something different, or anything else that you just want to see in general. Other than that, like I always say, I will catch you in the next one, guys.